when I speak about waterproofing is, once again, the two things about concrete, as I said, it cracks, and concrete is porous, right? So even though you don't have any cracks, water will eventually go through concrete. There's holes in concrete. It's not perfectly porous, watertight. So you want to protect it from the outside elements by adding an epoxy coating or a resisto membrane or a Mura drain, depending on which products you want to use, depending on the budget you want to spend and how deep you're going to go. You're going to install a good foundation membrane. Sometimes we have to come back on houses, re-excavate the side of it if we have the room, and redo the foundation membrane on it, because 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, they wouldn't do that, and you'll have some severe water infiltration on your foundations here. We can all see here that's the drain I was speaking about. So that's your layer of protection for water that comes in. When water comes down on the earth, it will capture through this drain and evacuate your system towards your sewage lines. And we can see here kind of a 3D model here of what it would actually look like on your typical strip footing. Obviously, that's valid for a strip footing. There's other kinds of foundation, but we're not going to get into them today. There's piles foundations that are also used, but those ones are usually for areas where the soil is very poor. And once again, we're not going to get into that today. As for cracks, when I'm inspecting cracks on foundation walls, anything under, an eighth of an inch, a quarter inch is not considered structurally affected, can usually get fixed right away and doesn't require the immediate attention of an engineer. If you start looking at cracks that are half an inch to an inch, which I've seen a lot of the times, those are immediate damage concerns, because there's probably a failure somewhere. Your foundation is no longer properly supported, and the loads from your building are not getting transferred down to the ground. So good assessment if you have access to your foundations in your building and they're not covered with drywall. Quick inspection of those cracks and once a year is a good idea.